tree. Yo, how's the taste?
Other Christmas classics featuring Who's very good Southern
all day,
jingle
and no one has given me nothing to deliver. I bet everyone's outside playing in the snow. I can't see anyone out there. Maybe I'm missing something.
Hello everyone, my name is Honeyhoops and welcome back to the sweetest gaming channel around. With your new or returning viewer, it's very nice to see you. Hey y'all, how you been? It's been a minute, it has been a minute, and I was gonna do a whole intro, very long intro, but instead I am going to say I am blessed and grateful to be here. I am blessed and grateful to have y'all. Thank you for being patient and allowing me the space to heal and come back refreshed and ready. I really hope that y'all are having a wonderful year and that y'all are taking good care of yourselves, being patient with yourselves, and giving it your all. That's all we can do. Other than that, y'all, welcome back to the neighborhood. Things have changed since we last seen each other. I've changed. You've changed, and most importantly, the website has changed. So in this video, I will be covering the last 2 updates. So won't you come along and take a visit with me back home? What is welcome home? Now I want to assume that y'all know what welcome home is, but that wouldn't be very considerate of me now, would it? So let's do this one more time. According to the website, Welcome Home is an American children's television program, reading y'all, created and produced by the Playfellow Workshop, which served as the studio's only production. Supposedly, its first episode aired on October 11, 1969, and was broadcast onto an unknown channel until its last estimated air date sometime in 1974. But recent events have left this once beloved show less than kid-friendly. So being the big, strong adult I am, I wanted to investigate what is happening. Now I have done several, and I mean several videos on Welcome Home. So I created a playlist where you can find all of my read-alongs and deep dives. So feel free to check those out if you like. But that's enough talking. Let's get into this theory video. The instructions update. The most notable difference is the blatant instructions line throughout the website. Simple commands such as write hello, write okay. And after gathering all the commands, I was able to piece together write hello, write okay. I did not write it, I did something else. I know who these neighbors are. Do you like them too? Reverse this image of Sally. I did not understand you. Does this help? Move Barnaby. Do you like Barnaby here? Turn the Playfellow exhibition upside down. I did not know what to do. I think this is correct. Is it home warming where you are? Happy home warming. But that leads me to wonder, who is responding to these commands? I have an idea, but I need y'all to follow along with me and also pretend like you don't know already. I know y'all done probably watched 20, 30 videos by now, but pretend this is fresh and new, just for me. There's been much discussion about who is responding to the commands. Some are suspecting Wally, some even suspect Julie. People have mentioned that Howdy says that chalk is not something that Wally does, but it's something Julie does. In one of the letters on the merchandise page, Howdy writes to Wally that his paint is in stock, claiming, "You go through this stuff faster than Julie goes through chalk." While the idea I'm rusty, y'all. While the idea of another conscious resident sounds intriguing, I realized one of 2 things. The responses are not chalk, but rather crayon. Another thing that caught my attention is the handwriting and the color of the response. Turns out we have actually seen this handwriting before, and if we venture back to the guest book, Zoom, zoom, zoom and enhance. That's right, that is Wally's handwriting. So this lets us know that we are communicating with Wally. And honestly, as big of a find that is, it's not very surprising when you consider Wally has been believed to be assisting and contacting us and the restoration team for a while now. So that leads me to wonder, who is Wally talking to? Who is giving the commands? Well, to be honest, I have no idea. And I have no evidence to support this. But I am just using logical thinking. This website is dedicated to the findings of the Playfellow exhibitionists, right? They have access to the layout of this website, and their whole goal is to understand what happened to the show. So I don't believe it's far-fetched to believe that the team would attempt to reach out to Wally and see what he can do. I would not be, and it would not be the first time he has reached out to them. There were times when he contacted them via sticky notes and invisible ink. So to me, it makes sense that they would try to test the extent of his abilities by having him rearrange the website. Now that we know who's having this back and forth, there's one particular instruction that stood out to me the most. Why did they ask Wally to flip Sally's image? Why does that matter? They also asked him to move Barnaby, right? Well, in these last two previous website updates, it is becoming pretty obvious that Sally is becoming a very important character. We subscribe to the idea that Wally is the person we are communicating with. It makes sense that when he was asked to reverse the image of her, it's a painting rather than an actual flipped image. But why would the team ask to flip the image? As an actress, she's accustomed to playing a role, but once she's behind a curtain, her true self is revealed. So perhaps they were attempting to expose another side of Sally that she may have been hiding. Not only that, Sally is shown to have a night mode on her house, so maybe the team was also hoping to see that side of her as well. In the Halloween update, she describes the monster. What if you pulled out your tin hat and heard me out? What if Sally is the monster in her story? We have yet to see her in night mode, despite her having blatant imagery of it on her home. No one speaks about it, and in all this time, shouldn't someone have brought it up by now? That is, unless it was evil, or it's a part of herself that she keeps hidden. What if her story was based upon her night mode, and this was her way of sharing it with her friends to see their reactions? Her ability to tell the story could be a testament to her acting abilities, or simply a recounting of a lived experience. So I'm gonna pep up my energy for this section. Y'all bear with me. Happy homewarming! What is happy homewarming? Happy homewarming is a joyous holiday in the wondrous little world of welcome home. Home is the reason behind the creation of homewarming, a holiday created by WALLY. Very similar to Christmas, residents brace for the winter weather, bundling up as they adorn their trees and decorations and bake sweet holiday treats while singing even sweeter tunes, such as... And who could forget?
Silent night, quiet night, all is calm, all is bright.
Best of all, Santa comes to visit all the good little puppets. Isn't that right, Santa? What's new in the neighborhood? With the joy of happy homewarming filling the air, Poppy, Julie, Frank, and Sally all went above and beyond by adding fun winter decorations to their homes. Sally's decoration, however, stands out to me the most. Why is that, you ask? If you've seen my other videos, you know that I have a theory. that Sally is Satan. And if you rearrange those big bold letters on her Santa sign, you'd get Satan. Coincidence? I think not. Besides that, we can't ignore this new resident who gets no introduction. Like, who are you, sir? Ma'am? Sir, ma'am? Where did you come from? There's also a new news update that reads, Happy homewarming to one and all. How long has it been since we've kept you updated on our most recent findings? Too long, I hear you say. Just too long. But it has only been 2 months since we last introduced our findings, so we believe we are making a lot of progress at a very good pace. If you have already pursued our merry little website, then you may have noticed a grand array of newly uncovered merchandise, toys, cookbook pages, and above all, more intact vinyl records. We never thought we would see the day to have so many recordings straight from our favorite neighborhood. Home has never been sweeter to us. Maybe even sweeter than a box of special holiday frosted crispy sweets. Speaking of homes, we have newly renovated our beautiful house. This website is now clean of clutter, glitches, and bugs. Has never looked better. Do you feel at peace exploring these pages? Free from worry, free from prying eyes. We're looking out for you, neighbor, just as you would look out for us. We want you to be happy as we are. We have a joke for you. Do you know how Barnaby might prepare a pit of flower roots so they bloom in the spring? He digs. This is all for news. We want our findings to speak for themselves. We've updated other information here and there to coincide accordingly. As Howdy would say, have a holly jolly holiday, hullabaloo. Don't forget to wave up high. Ho, ho, ho. Mistake. I apologize about the date on our most recent news post. I assumed it was still December. I'm not sure how this could have happened. The individual who posted this must not have been paying proper attention. Please, pay it no mind. Have a wonderful day. Happy spring. Almost as good as home warming. Please remember to wave. Welcome Home Restoration Project, March 9th, 2024. Another thing we cannot ignore are these fun little doodles overtaking every section of the website. After taking a trip to the merchandise page and scrolling through the many Welcome Home products, we stumble across this little advertisement. Who knew crispy sweet cereal could taste even better? With the winter season around the corner, it only made sense for a frosted version of Wally's favorite cereal to hit grocery store shelves. Even the updated holiday box art depicted Wally and Barnaby in their warmest winter best. With this limited time treat, we are also able to uncover the back side of the packaging, featuring a holiday-themed decoder ring puzzle with our own Eddie Deer. Imagine what fun it would be to send secret messages to your closest friends with this home-warming treat. Secret message, you say. Let's examine this. First thing that stood out to me is the decoder, which looks awfully similar to the tower in the neighborhood. Still don't understand why this character just magically appeared without an introduction. Very suspicious to me. Doesn't seem like something Welcome Home would do. But that's okay. After a few mental breakdowns, a couple of restroom breaks, snack time, we were able to crack this code. And shout out to, I'm gonna put her picture here. She was trying to help me. She was trying to spare me from having to spend all my time doing this, but I was too silly to look at it, so I did it anyway and almost lost my mind. Hooray! But this is the answer. What does home wear? An address. An address. I'm sorry, y'all. Yes. But that, despite being a silly little joke, actually hints at our second hidden message. A URL address leading us to From there, we are greeted with a page that says, "Hello, if you have found this page, thank you. Shouldn't have been that difficult to arrive, but it would take effort to get here regardless." The Welcome Home Restoration Project is a unified effort that first launched in January 2022. The goal seemed so small for the website. It was to uncover Welcome Home fully and to tell its story. It needed me. I needed it. Everyone started to look at us. You wanted this as badly as I do. I know you do because you come here again and again to see what I've found. I was sure the end was in sight, or at least served as the beginning of it. But since then, nothing has made sense to me. No one has come forward or provided leads, and dead ends have since piled up. Nothing from our curator, who has since recovered. I don't know what happened to them to become so unwell to create that page. What has arrived, however, has felt truly upsetting. There was something on that old website we have since remodeled, but everything still feels burned into my mind. Videos, texts, crude drawings invading this space that have been created. I felt nauseous when I found it. I was paranoid too, more so than I have been. I've been working so diligently to achieve this goal. It's been such a long time. It's been almost 4 years publicly, and I have yet to truly find it. So much sacrifice, focus, and time. So I created this website to catalog these findings alongside other unconventional recoveries of Welcome Home and its material. I wanted to document this without upsetting individuals who look hopefully at Welcome Home in our efforts. I also don't want our contributor to find it. I don't know if this is them. How could it be? Still, it's better to archive what has shown up rather than to destroy it outright. I want to make sense of why they would do this. I want to write about how I've been feeling too. I have no one to write to. If something happens to me, it would be like nothing had happened at all. Our latest update. I hadn't realized so much time had passed. It is already March of 2024 when I write this. So much has rotted in my home since then. I don't want that to happen again. I will update as regularly as I can. The website is clean now. Nothing should be in there, and I'll make sure it won't happen again. Please give me time as I upload and archive everything on the website from before. Thank you so much for finding this. Don't forget to wave up high. Signed, W. In the second tab, W hints to us about a broken phone. I keep tinkering with the Welcome Home toy phone, or rather, I have been playing with it. It plays everything as it should. The only button that consistently changes is WALLY's, which either doesn't play at all or rambles out something incorrectly. Today it rang for me. Sometimes it will do this. I assume a button must be jammed to consistently play that noise. Instinctively I answered, but nothing will come out. I've caught myself saying hello into the receiver into the past, but I've stopped now. This time, however, audio started playing on it that shouldn't be playing. I was so worried it was in my head again, but I have proof that it wasn't. Here's the audio. You can hear Wally too, can't you? Signed, W.
Hello? Hello? I'm calling to wish you a happy homewarming from me and home. Toilet, toilet, little girl and boyland, while you dwell swiftly by, my dears, that roll so swiftly by. Childhood's joyland, mystic merry toyland. Once you pass its borders, you can never return Was that better? I've been practicing. I'm trying to get better at singing. Did you like it? I wish I knew, but you still won't tell me anything. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. It's so quiet during homewarming. Everyone's usually so busy, so it's just me and home for a long while. But I still like homewarming. Everyone likes homewarming. I don't want to end this call, but I have to go get ready for homewarming. Barnaby will be here soon. I have to go. Remember, until you hear me again, keep your smile merry, and always know that I love you very much. Goodbye.
It's clear that the creator of this website wanted to separate their findings from those of the Welcome Home page. But why? I believe that W was a restoration team worker that decided to go rogue after finding out that the team was covering up evidence of original findings. But that leads me to wonder, why would the original team try to hide evidence? Did they find out, did they find out more than they hoped to? Did the team decide that it wasn't worth their health and safety? These are all possibilities, but when you consider that the original Welcome Home link has been taken down, it has become more evident that the team is having second thoughts. I wonder, did they receive a cease and desist from the Marlowe team? Or did having Wally reach out to them remind them why the show ended in the first place? I couldn't help but notice, besides Wally's beautiful singing, I noticed that Wally is singing Toyland, which is from a Disney Channel Christmas movie called Babes in Toyland. The story follows Mary Contrey, and Tom Piper, who are kidnapped and forced to thwart the evil plans of the villainous Barnaby, who seeks to take over Toyland. With the help of various nursery rhyme characters and the magical toy maker, they strive to save Toyland and ensure a happy ending for all. The film features a blend of live action and animation, vibrant musical numbers, and iconic characters from nursery rhymes. Was Wally trying to send us a message through the song? Not only that, I couldn't help but notice the strange change in Wally's speech pattern. He has low energy. He repeats himself over and over as if he isn't in agreement with what he's saying. He says it's been just him and home for a while, to which he doesn't seem excited about. He then perks up again at the mention of his friend Barnaby coming back soon. With so much alone time at home, one could only imagine what Wally has been through. On the next page, we find the commercials. Now, I will be doing a deep dive into the commercials on another video, but for now, I want to focus on Eddie. In these clips, we see Eddie. In these clips, we see Eddie struggling with having the day off. Being a mailman, he isn't quite sure why there seems to be no letters coming in. Not only that, he hasn't heard from his friends all day. Eager to find out what's going on, he goes out in search of his friends. What is happening to Eddie Deer? Eddie Deer is the town postmaster and workaholic. He is in charge of delivering and receiving all of the mail that comes to Welcome Home. In these clips, for the first time, we see someone besides Wally's point of view. As we listen and we learn, Eddie places his values on being useful to others, and with having nothing to do, he begins to feel inadequate, especially when he says, "Who ever heard of someone getting recognition for doing nothing? No one. I don't think so anyway." Growing ever restless, he seeks something or someone to take his mind off things. What is most interesting to me is that even though he was included in the fun, and even though he realized his friends were just trying to help, he didn't seem relieved. And despite the commercial showcasing a smorgasbord of food and the cookbook providing a plethora of recipe ideas, why does Eddie receive a single pea on a plate? The single pea on a plate. A metaphor, a realization, a recipe. After reading the Welcome Home recipe book, there are two potential recipes that left us with this rather disappointing meal. Recipe 1. Frank Frankly's single pea gelatin. Calls for 1 frozen pea, 6 cups of water, 12 packs of unflavored gelatin, 1 to 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. If this is the recipe they made, did the neighbors eat the rest and leave Eddie nothing but a single pea? We've seen residents blow Eddie off in the bug update. He's been left out of the commercials, so it wouldn't be a surprise to me if the residents didn't leave Eddie anything but a single pea. If this is the case, that would explain why Eddie slips into what I believe is a fit of rage. Eddie has been figuratively and literally carrying so much with little to no thanks that this single pea and the statement that Eddie is happy caused him to snap. Suddenly, he is seeing red, the color that is most associated with anger. Home notices this and tries to subdue him back into compliance. Or recipe 2. Recipe 2. What is happening? The ingredients: a butter plate and 1 single pea, flavored to your liking. The recipe also suggests if you are having a get-together, you should consider inviting more peas to the party, and add more peas according to how many guests there are. If that is the case, the single pea would suggest that Eddie is actually at the party by himself, and this exclusion triggers his feelings of inadequacy and loneliness, which leads him to having an episode. Perhaps this is Holmes' way of sending Eddie a message that his recent behavior has been unacceptable, and if it continues, he will be further excluded from the show until he is no more. Either way, Eddie cannot truly express his feelings because all eyes are on him. His friends are watching, Home is watching, the P is watching, all of which reminding him as he quietly whispers in the final moment of the commercial clip.
That's right, Eddie.
The guest book. With both theories, there lies a common idea of loneliness and the need to work. There are many who speculate that Eddie's breakdown was caused by his need to work, and that each character has something they must do. Julie needs to play. Sally needs to be the star. Barnaby needs to tell jokes, and so on and so forth. And when they can't do it, it causes them discomfort. And I believe Eddie wasn't just upset about not hearing from the neighbors. With the guest book down and the counter, which I believe may go hand in hand, being broken, Eddie was suddenly faced with an abrupt silence and was no longer receiving letters from the outside world. The FAQ page reads, We have been barraged. We have been barraged by curious messages in our guest book and within the code itself. The items found have been mocking, unpleasant, and disruptive in their presentation. This means that Wally is also no longer able to communicate via the guest book either. Yet we find Eddie's concept art and design, along with a letter from Wally and home, placed awkwardly in the middle of the website. Above it, a message reads, Although our guest book is and will remain closed for the foreseeable future, we wanted to properly recreate it for those newly joining in our efforts to explore Welcome Home. After all, it's fun to look back and see how far we've come together as a community. We will be recreating all 8 original pages in the near future, so check back in soon to see if you can find your messages. Have fun! If they are revamping the website, why did they leave these images here? Is this a warning to Eddie from home? Is this a warning to the viewers that Eddie is in danger? Did Eddie see something in the guest book he wasn't supposed to see? Or did home catch him and Wally? And what does Sally have to do with this? Yes, I'm always gonna go back to Sally because I'm watching her. She may be one of my favorite characters, but she is at the top of my suspicious list. I'm telling y'all. Why was she the one to tell us that the guest book is closed? And the one to tell Eddie his work was done for him? And why was she out of breath while saying it? As if she had quickly hurried up the tree herself. She knows more than she should, and I'm inclined to think that she is a henchwoman of home. Or something. I don't know, y'all. Bear with me. With all this in mind, I'm reminded of this image of Eddie and Wally. Wally, another character who seems to have reached consciousness, reassuring an unwell Eddie that it will be okay, seems to resonate that much more now. And I believe this image could encapsulate what we will pick up in the next update. She made it through. She made it through. Oh man, y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know the half of it. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Oh my goodness. I want to apologize for all this tumbling over my words. I haven't made a video. I don't be talking. I don't know how to read, y'all. So I'm sorry about all that. But at the same time, I want y'all to see I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. It happens. And it's okay to make mistakes as long as you straighten it up. Other than that, thank you again for making it this far. Thank y'all again for being so patient with me and understanding and sweet. Some of y'all have sent very sweet messages, and I really appreciate that. And it means a lot. It means a lot, and it's much more encouraging than, people have said stuff on other videos, and they're like, when are you gonna make a video? And I was so busy with other things, and I'm like, man, I don't know. But seeing that y'all still care and that y'all are actually looking forward to the video really warms my heart. So I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are genuinely my motivation, and I want to put out the best I can for y'all. So I hope y'all realize when I'm doing all this stumbling and then I'm rusty. I'm just rusty. But other than that, y'all, I hope y'all have a wonderful, safe, blessed week. I hope y'all continue to take care of yourself, your family, your friends. Continue to be a model citizen. And if you can, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and do all the wonderful things you can to help my beautiful channel grow. We are at 560s, I believe. And I'm really excited because I had people to also like subscribed when I wasn't doing anything, and that's such a blessing because I know a lot of people can't say that, and I know a lot of people have to keep posting continuously. So I'm thankful that I have the privilege that I can take a break and still see growth. That's truly a blessing. And another thing, if you're still here, like, oh my gosh, I love you if you're still here. But I think I have a name for y'all now. I think I have a name. I'm gonna call y'all my sweet babies. 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 Like Honey Hoops and the babies. Bees. Babies. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. That's what I think. But yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I hope you have a beautiful, spectacular, wonderful, amazing day. See ya.